Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in. What do we got today?
Well, buckle up because today we're heading back to Westeros,
Oh, I knew that new show was coming out. You talking about A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms?
the one and only. But get this, the reason we're doing a deep dive today is because George R.R. Martin himself, he is over the moon about this adaptation.
Oh, really? Wow, that's pretty significant, isn't it? Knowing how.
Particular he is.
Yeah, particular's one word for it.
Right, like if you follow his blog, he's always got opinions about, well, everything.
And adaptations, yeah. He's
Not shy about sharing. Exactly.
Yeah.
But this time, he went out of his way to say how much he loved it.
So spill the beans. What exactly did he say?
Well, he actually watched all 6 episodes of the first season already.
Huh.
They're rough cuts, of course, but still, he was raving about them on his blog. And, the thing that stuck out to me was how he gushed about the actors. Specifically, he said the guys playing Dunk and Egg are incredible.
Makes sense, right? I mean, we all know how much emphasis Martin puts on casting. It's got to be more than just looks for him.
Oh, absolutely. It's like he has this vision of these characters that have been living in his head, breathing, walking, talking, the whole deal. And the actors have got to bring that to life,
It's like finding the missing piece of a puzzle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The actor has to fit in perfectly with the image that George already has. And for him to praise them like that says a lot about how well they embody those characters.
Totally. And speaking of staying true to things, the show's adapting The Hedge Knight, which, just FYI, that's the first novella in that whole Dunk and Egg series.
Yeah, those are great. For anyone who hasn't read them, I highly recommend checking them out. They're like, imagine a medieval buddy comedy road trip across Westeros with, a bit of nightly tournament action, of course, a good dose of mystery and intrigue.
Oh, for sure. And don't forget those hidden identities.
Right, gotta have those.
Always keeps things interesting. But here's the thing, and this is what makes A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms so intriguing. I think it all takes place about 100 years before Game of Thrones. Back when the Targaryens were still ruling,
Ah, so dragons are still flying around.
Fresh in everyone's memory, yeah.
Yeah.
So Westeros is a totally different beast then.
Which is such a cool contrast to what we've seen before. I mean, House of the Dragon showed us the Targaryens at the height of their power, all the drama and backstabbing. It's going to be fascinating to see Westeros before all that went haywire.
Exactly. Like, were there any hints back then, any signs of the chaos that was to come?
Right. Were those seeds of destruction already planted? We got to keep an eye out for that.
Totally. Okay, so we've got this awesome historical setting right now. Let's talk characters. First up, we've got Dunk. He's this young, kind of naive, but really brave hedge knight. And then there's Egg, his squire. Now, Egg, he's a bit of a mystery.
Oh, yeah, Egg. He's not just some random kid, is he?
Nope. Spoiler alert for those who haven't read the books, Egg is actually a secret Targaryen prince.
Whoa. See, that's what I love about Martin. Always throwing in those twists.
Right. Adds a whole new level of intrigue to their adventures.
It's like every interaction takes on a whole new meaning, knowing who he really is.
Yeah, wait till you hear about some of the other characters they bump into. Like, there's Aerion Targaryen, this prince who's basically described as a total jerk, arrogant and cruel, and his dad, Maekar, well, the actor playing him is known for playing villain, so that tells you something.
Oh, I like where this is going. And didn't Martin also mention some characters with awesome names?
He did. The Laughing Storm and Ansell Too Tall. I mean, come on. How can you not be curious about characters with names like that?
Martin's a master at creating memorable characters, that's for sure. And one of the things that stands out to me about his work, especially in Dunk and Egg, is his focus on unlikely heroes. These characters, like on the surface, they seem pretty simple, but their journeys are anything but ordinary.
It really makes you think, why do we love those underdogs so much? What is it about their struggles and triumphs that we connect with?
Right. It's something worth pondering.
So let's wrap this up. We've got George R.R. Martin, who is notoriously tough to please when it comes to adaptations. Absolutely loving this show. We've got a faithful adaptation of these awesome stories set in a time period that lets us see a whole new side of Westeros. And of course, we've got a cast of characters that already has us hooked.
All true. But here's the final thought to chew on. Knowing what we know about how the Targaryen dynasty eventually crumbles, what could the adventures of Dunk and Egg tell us about how it all started to go wrong? Do their seemingly small-scale stories hold any clues about the events that led to the dynasty's downfall?
That's a great question to consider as we get ready for the premiere. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll be back soon with more.
Until next time.